This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited. I think your questions are so fun and like creative and original. So I'm already excited.
Oh, thank you so much. Please tell everyone about yourself.
Well, I'm Carolina. I was born and raised in Chile. I started to play guitar in 2017. Um, I was like very passionate about, and I'm still very passionate about like punk since I'm like 14,
Mm-hmm.
and metal since like 2013. Mostly heavy metal because I think like punk has like this anti-system thing which I really like, but sometimes it's kind of like pessimist and depressing, like doomsday and stuff like that. We all know that the world is about to end, but I think metal has like the strength factor, like encourage yourself to do things,
Yeah.
stronger, keep going, stuff like that, which I really like,
Mm-hmm.
especially from heavy metal. Yeah. So I think those are my favorite. But of course, this is not my life. I really have a passion about hiking, nature, biking. I love biking so much.
Oh, cool. Biking.
Um, I like drawing. I try to draw as much as I can, but sometimes because of work and stuff, I cannot like always do it. And mostly I'm playing guitar and bass.
Oh,
And I like to make tapes too. Tapes are my passion. I like to like record them. I don't have like a label, but I like to record like friends bands.
amazing.
And yeah, pretty much that.
I want to see your drawings.
Oh, I have one.
Oh,
Wait,
show me.
yeah, I have one around here. I think is there. Give me a second.
Mhm.
Also, I just finished tour like 1 week ago.
Yeah.
We done an insane tour of 1 month in the US and 1 month in Europe. So I've been feeling like pretty tired.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm drinking my coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers. um, yeah, so I started to draw since I like I think 14 or something.
Mhm.
Too. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old, and to be honest, I feel pretty lucky that I wasn't born in the social media
Mm.
time.
Mm.
So I was dedicating myself a lot to writing and drawing and listening to music. And yeah, to be honest, I feel pretty lucky. I discovered social media and Instagram and stuff like 2019,
Mm. Mm.
and I still think it's a bit insane.
Yeah, it is.
How like it's been like taking so much space in our life is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So this is one of my drawings. Well, I like to draw this kind of stuff.
I love
I drew
it.
the art cover too and the back cover of the album we released recently.
Oh, okay, amazing. So your art
Um,
is in you can see it on the album.
yeah, I
Oh,
like
so cool.
I like dots.
Hmm.
Yeah. And also I started to draw because it's way cheaper if you do it yourself
Oh
instead of
yeah,
like, ask someone. And I think it's more intimate and personal if you do stuff for yourself by yourself.
totally. Yeah, definitely. It's like your personality,
Yeah,
like many layers. A very enriching. aspect of creating an album?
Yeah, I drew this logo too that I'm gonna use for the next LP.
Oh,
Inspired on this 80s um, rock magazines.
mhm.
But yeah, also I think it's way more honest when you like do your stuff. Um, yeah, I don't know, but this is pretty much what I like to do and what
Yeah.
I've been dedicating myself the
Oh,
past
I
2 years.
love that you showed us your artwork. I feel super lucky that we got to see that in this interview. Thank you.
I don't have all of them, but just because in this sketchbook I mostly write lyrics.
Okay.
So that's why.
Mhm. So it's like that is a treasure, that sketchbook. You'll have to send me some of your drawings later so I can
Yeah,
share them.
yeah, of course. Thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for the thing. I feel very grateful that for the space here. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so when did you realize that you loved rock and metal music?
At 14, um, I just like started to hang out with a friend when I was like 8 years old, and her older brothers, one of them was so into punk, and the other one was so into metal,
Oh.
and that inspires me a lot. And also in Chile, like during the dictatorship, like punk and metal scene were super related, and they were both like bounded
Mhm.
because they were like the weirdos back then in the 80s.
Mm.
So they were like kind of fighting to each other, but
Mm.
also like getting along and sharing music to each other and stuff like that, and being kind of like the outcast of society.
Mm.
So I've been around some other scenes, and they're like kind of separated. But I think dictatorship in Chile somehow help out, like those scenes are so like bounded.
Mhm.
So yeah, between 8 years old and 14 years old, I just like, also the reason of why I speak in English is because I became obsessed with like punk from California and
Mhm.
metals, and
Mhm.
metal like new wave of British heavy metal.
Mhm.
So I wanted to like translate all the lyrics and stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. Love it. So educational. Yeah, you can learn like history from Iron Maiden and I guess like the whole folk metal realm contains a lot of archaeology themes as well. So, yeah, 14. Do you remember what your favorite band was when you were 14?
Um, I had a few, to be honest, uh, but I can tell you my first concert,
Okay.
my couple first concert that I ever had in my life. One of them was a band from Spain called Los Muertos de Cristo, and the other one was the Misfits.
Si tu música fuera en la banda sonora de una movie.
Película.
Yeah. Película. What would the movie be about?
Um, Actually, just to mark the context, I'm staying in one of my friend's house, Elaine. She sings in a very amazing band called Lifeless Dark,
Hmm.
and we both woke up this morning having like very weird dreams. I had
Hmm.
like some sort of nightmare, and in that dream, I was like a bounty hunter
Hmm.
looking for a asesino,
Mhm, mhm.
and I thought about it. It was related. If my music would be like a soundtrack, it
Oh.
would be like all the lyrics are about like kind of like empowerment, struggle, fight. So I would say like either it could be like a internal inner struggle, or like fight against some sort of system.
Mhm.
Um, So it would be like a thriller, psychological thriller, or some rocker bounty hunters in the south of Chile fighting against the system.
I love it. I love that you had a dream about your question too. I've intercepted. Who would be the hero in your movie?
Actually, these heroes actually do exist, but in reality, sometimes there's like bad endings, not happy endings. And I think the heroes are all the activists who are like defending like the forest from the landlords, and like, how do you say in Spanish? We call extractivismo, like
Yeah. They're tearing down the trees and they're messing up the land.
Yeah, when you're like fucking up the nature so much that you can just like cannot have anything out of it.
Yeah, I guess you could call them deforesters or
extractivismo. It's like,
they're extracting the like minerals and oil and everything out from under the rainforest. And
so the heroes,
what the word would be though.
They real exist. They exist for real, and all those are those activists that like now are murdered by the state.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like the activists who are trying to protect the native tribes that live in the forest as well, and how it's all.
I know it sounds like gloomy and maybe not very glamorous or like fun, but 4 days ago I saw like a news, or like it was like a memorial of a girl who was like murdered like 7 years ago, as many other activists. So yeah, the movie would be about it. And in Chile, we have such a strong political history since the dictatorship, and kind of everything is political there.
Well, maybe your movie would have a happy ending.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah. The spirits of the forest are like heavy metal fairies.
Yeah. Heavy metal fairies sounds fun. Sounds way more fun.
Okay, I love that movie. If you could collect any 3 pieces of band memorabilia of all time, what would you like to have?
Of course, I think this question is fun and pretty easy because the first thing I thought about, it was like a whatever Jimi Hendrix guitar. It's like kind of easy. Also, one of the heroes of my adolescent was Wendy Williams. So, and one of my favorite albums of her was like New Hope for the Wretch. So I would love to have her boots.
Her boots, nice.
The boots she's wearing in the album, I love it so much. And I would say, oh, Rob Halford bracelet, cuff.
Oh yeah, love it. Rob Halford cuff.
Yeah, also that.
I will just like love that. I'd love to have some of Wendy O. Williams' vehicles from her music videos too.
Oh shit, yeah, that's true. That's smart.
Yeah, actually those should be in your movie. Like that's what the activists get to drive.
Totally, bounty hunter. And
Yeah.
she was an activist too, actually.
You know what? She should be the star of your movie.
Totally. Yeah, you're smart.
We'll just bring her out. You're smart.
You're very creative.
Your movie. Okay, so if you could pick the lineup of a dream festival, which bands would you choose and where would you like the festival to be?
I would like this festival to be very far from my hometown.
Okay.
And I thought about Asia, Southeast Asia, because I
Cool.
never been there, and because I heard they have such a cool scene there.
Hmm.
When it comes to metal and punk, um, and also or either East Europe
Hmm.
or Greece, maybe because I'm a bit curious about like ancient
Hmm.
Greek history,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and who I would love to play in the movie. Sorry, in the in the festival. Um, I would like to play with. Shit, this is a difficult question. Um, Doro,
Doro. Okay.
Doro, because I never seen her live,
Hmm.
and I think what's the most exciting thing about touring or playing in festivals is like watching and listening to some other cool bands.
Hmm.
Um, Judas Priest, why not?
Hmm.
Yeah. mm, City Kings, because
Interesting.
City Kings are one of my friends' band, and it's like the Motorhead revival.
Okay.
And because I love him, and I would like him to be in it. And from Chile, I think I would like to have their. mm, I think my friends are,
Okay.
because I would love to share stage with my friends again. We already done it, but again,
What
yeah.
What are they called?
ARGHR.
Oh, okay.
It's a crazy lineup.
So it's kind of a bit of a world tour. It starts in Southeast Asia, and then Doro, Judas Priest, you, City Kings, and Arg all go and play in East Europe, and then you end in Greece. Love it.
I know it's nonsense.
No, you can play at the Temple of Zeus. Why not? And all of those people are still alive. You got to be careful what you wish for. It might come true. ¿Cuál es tu equipo favorito y tu ropa de escenario favorita que tienes?
Okay. Um, when you say equipo, you mean gear, right?
Yeah.
So I love 5150 PB, and I love. Not so many people is very a huge fan of this pedal, but I love it because it sounds like a chainsaw, like a rusty
Hmm.
chainsaw. I like to sound like a rusty chainsaw
Okay. Yeah.
mostly, and it's full bore metal pedal.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think those ones. I'm pretty simple.
Okay. And what about your favorite stage wear? Your favorite like outfit?
Um, I have like a sentimental. Um, I always wear a Mavix shirt because, bueno, sometimes it's kind of dirty and disgusting. I cannot wear it all the time, but it's a very like old shirt that I do have because it has like a sentimental value,
Hmm.
because it's like given by one of my best friend from Mexico, Argenis, and I love him so much. And yeah, and so when I wear it, I think about him, and it like encouraged me to play and do cool things.
I love that. Do you have your shirt there with you?
It's very dirty. It's in the
Oh,
lab.
okay. All right. Too bad everyone who wants to see the shirt has to go to a show. They got to go see you play if they want to see the shirt.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, when you encounter a problem, like an album is delayed or a tour is rescheduled, what helps you keep a positive attitude?
That's a tough question. because I had such a like struggle in Europe. I had like a very difficult tour,
Mm.
and I can only think about this kind of experience, and I'm trying to remember what I done. Because we had like a month of tour, and the drummer got injured. Like
Mm.
the knee was dislocated in the middle
Oh,
of the tour,
oh my
and
God.
we didn't have like money to pay
Mm.
gas to come back to the
Oh,
city where we started.
wow.
So literally, I was so stressed. Uh, and what I done there was just like being like very practical, trying to think with my head like very cold,
Mm-hmm.
write in a
Mm.
journal,
Oh, okay. Journaling. We love
call
journaling.
call my best friend, um,
Oh, yeah.
call my best friend, cry.
Hmm. Why not?
Of course. And biking. If I do have a bike, I go on a bike ride because it gives me like so much perspective. And I've been biking since I'm like 14 years old.
Hmm.
And I think, yeah, also going for a run or take a walk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty simple when it comes to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great. I love journaling too. I wonder if I almost like spend too much time doing it and I like need to get other stuff done. But I'm like, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm journaling, I'm like daydreaming,
Yeah.
creative time. And then all of a sudden I look at the clock and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get some stuff done today. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, journaling. Um, Journals are such wonderful gifts too, like beautiful, sparkly little books and everything. And everybody should have a really special journal pen.
Can I see your journal?
Oh yeah. Well, which one? Because I have a lot. I made this one. It's just like different paper that I found, and it says like I used a typewriter to write my name on it.
Also pretty. And you done it like all like the
Yeah, I like sewed it together and all that. And I taught a class about bookbinding recently, and then it's like made of a old map. And
why I love it.
yeah, and it's like it's flexible, so I can stick it in my purse more easily. But I probably have like four different journals. They're all for different things. So I have like this journal is for the rock goddesses, so I can remember what to write later in the description. But it's kind of cool because it's like a lot of bands in here, and it's just like, oh, like Rogue Awakening or Nine Layers Deep, or I don't know, like everybody's favorite things are written in this book. It's kind of
That's
special.
awesome. I think
Yeah.
that's so cool.
And then I have one that's like my book for complaining. And then I have one that is my book for like my art and my business and my music and like thinking creatively. But there is a book just for whining and complaining.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so the next question is what is a performance memory that you'll never forget?
Oh, this is a good one. I think, yeah, this is one of my favorites. So one of my favorite that I was so excited about, it was in Los Angeles for first time when we played there because our first show was like in a huge um, theater,
Hmm.
and it was like so full of people, and that was like my first biggest crowd
Hmm.
I ever had. And I remember back then I wasn't I was not playing for that long, to be honest. I would
Hmm.
just was only playing for, I think, for like half of a year or something. So I was so nervous of facing what a huge amount of people.
Okay.
But yeah, we done awesome, and it was exciting, and I'm never gonna forget about it. And also, we played in one game recently that I really liked because it was such a special thing. We were like in the north of Spain in Basque Country,
Mm-hmm.
Euskal Herria, and we were in a small town called Irun. And the organizer was a woman. She was like very empowered and like organized and like fast and proactive and like smart.
Mm-hmm.
And she organized like the anniversary of a house squad.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and she organized a very huge party there, and also she put us to play in a truck while this truck was like in motion moving around the city.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we were playing there, and sometimes we were like going on the slopes, so it was kind of crazy because we were like the drums was like
Wow.
falling to the side. Yeah, it was fun. I think I'm never gonna forget that.
It sounds like the music video for um the all boy hair metal band.
Yeah.
I can't think of what they're called.
As the time goes by, it's way more easy to find girls
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
doing music, doing what they're like.
Yeah, yeah. I do see it changing all the time, and I'm so happy for it. I think it is because of the internet, because everything is easier to discover and easier to learn now than it used to be. Like it used to be, it had to be on MTV or it had to be in a magazine, and it doesn't have to be like that anymore. Now we can control the narrative ourselves.
Totally control the narrative. That's a good way to put it. Totally.
Yeah. Okay, so after a long day of practice, recording, touring, what is your favorite way to take care of yourself?
Touring. Um, when after touring, I try to like mm, sleep.
Mm, yeah.
The basics. I don't know. I think I just sleep for like 2 days. I
Hmm.
think this after this tour, I've been sleeping so much and like doing doing skincare and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, Also, running. I love to run, which is not always possible.
Hmm.
But when I'm in my comfort zone, if I'm having like a very tough day, I go for a run because it helps me out to release all the stress I have.
Yeah.
Sleeping, skincare, um, and also watch a funny movie, a stupid movie. I
Hmm.
just turn off news. I turn off social media.
Yeah.
I either watch something or I work out.
Do you have any new announcements?
Oh yeah. Um, for my for my well-being, I'm gonna stop touring. I'm gonna stop to doing this crazy ass tour of like 1 month each.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it was the first time I was doing it in my life. But it was pretty interesting to be like for 2 months doing it. At least I took a break between the two of them.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm gonna start to like studying more guitar when I go back to Chile because now I'm heading back. Now I'm in Boston, but I'm gonna head back to Chile.
Hmm.
And I'm writing music with some friends from here. Um,
Oh.
so yeah, like right after like I finished tour on Monday, I slept like a lot, and in the next day I was just like writing riff, which I think is super cool because is it's not for like any commercial purpose or any like I don't know. It's not about like the goal. It's
Mhm.
about exercise of making music daily, or at least making one song per week.
Mhm.
So it's more like a personal thing, and of course, writing riffs and playing guitar makes me feel good, even when it's not for a crowd. I do really love and enjoy to like playing for myself
Yeah.
my acoustic guitar. Something exciting is I'm going to a festival, not to play, just like as an spectator.
Which one?
CY Festival is happening in LA pretty soon, and many friends of mine are playing there, so I'm super excited to go. And yeah, and I'm gonna meet some friends from
Nice.
LA, and yeah, Steam
Love.
Rock Fever, Dreaming Rock Believers.
So you're taking sort of a vacation from touring and working on some new stuff with people in Boston, going to festivals, and yeah, and I totally agree with you. I think it's really important to be able to play music and not always like work music.
I'm very tempted also to start an event that is not Abyecta, to be honest.
Mhm.
Um, I would love to have at least 3 bands.
Do it. Yeah,
I
why
know
not?
it seems like a bunch of time, but I would love to have like more options and like writing some other styles too.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, like pretty much now I'm writing like a hard rock song, like a heavy metal ballad
Hmm.
with one of my good friends from Boston because she's like a lot into heavy metal. She loves like Lita Ford. She loves like Lee Aaron and stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. So we are writing this ballad, and I never wrote a ballad, a heavy metal ballad before. So I think it's such a cool exercise of creación, composición,
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
and I feel super free.
Oh my
I
gosh, I'm
love that.
so excited to hear your Lita Ford Lee Aaron ballad. Excited for that.
Okay. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, please do. Oh my gosh. I hope you make a music video for it too. Um, do you think okay, so you're gonna go back to Chile and um are you gonna stay down there for a long time or do you think you're gonna come back up here to work?
As soon as I get there, I'm gonna start to study, as I
Mhm.
said, and like planning on like moving out of there.
Okay.
But I don't have rush,
Hmm.
and I wanna do things like in the smart way. So I'm trying to like figure, but mostly I wanna hang out with some friends, um, and study.
Hmm.
Mostly, not like a career, not like a degree or
Hmm.
something, but like I want to study things that has to do with like music and stuff,
Hmm.
and also detox,
And what?
detox, detoxing from tours, and
Oh, oh yeah, detox. Yeah.
also yeah, I'm planning to stay there for a while. I I do really like South America,
Hmm.
to be honest. Um, and I feel like very attached to the place where I grew up to.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm from the coast. Like my grandparents were from the coast, so I feel like some sort of like strange attachment to the sea and the nature
Hmm.
because I grew up with that, and I grew up like half in the capital and half there. And yeah, if I eventually move out of Chile, I feel it will have to be to a place that at least has like nature nearby, or has sea.
Yeah, I totally understand. I really relate to that so much because I was granted Swedish residency and I have to move out of the United States and go to Sweden in October. And so I really love Philadelphia, where I live now, and I am like going as slowly as I can. So, ¿dónde podemos escuchar tu música y cómo podemos seguir lo que haces?
Only the first EP is on Spotify because all the stuff I made are released by a French label, and he took care of uploading, putting the first EP on Spotify. But the other one is only on YouTube. The other two only on YouTube. I think Spotify is cool, but I'm not a big fan of it. I'm still like a YouTube person.
Me too.
So I would say YouTube mostly.
Yeah.
Bandcamp. Yeah, and also like the incomes of the of this like label when it comes to like the reproducciones and the views and the goes for like a good cause. They're like collecting, like raising funds for like some anarchist stuff.
Oh, cool.
Collective and things. Yeah, it's like altruism.
Yeah. Truly a heavy metal fairy.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're taking action. Okay, now let's play the vinyl game.
Yeah.
I love that everybody knows what this is. I will hold up 2 pieces of vinyl and you'll pick one that you want to talk about. So, Burning Witches or Girl School?
Okay, and the other one?
This one's Burning Witches. This one's Girl School.
I would definitely pick Girl School.
Nice.
I'm way more familiar with Girl School because I've been always like a big Motorhead fan.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, like Lemmy was taking them on tour and stuff, which I think is so cool.
Yeah.
And yesterday we were talking to a friend because she told me like if you could do like a cover band, with which band will you do? And I told her like either Girl School or either L7.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And one of my first guitar picking that I learned was from like Race with the Devil.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm very familiar with it. Demolition is one of my fave.
Nice. Yeah, Lemmy did take them on tour, and Lemmy was really good to women, and that's what made him cool. And he loved Wendy O. Williams.
Yeah.
And he also took Psycho Sluts from Hell, another band with 4 women in it, with him on tour. He was good to women. He thought that women were great, and he thought they were metal. And this is also an all-girls band, Burning Witches.
Hey, wait, it's because of my camera. I cannot see it properly.
Oh, yeah. This is a all-girls band, Burning Witches, and they are really great about choosing other bands with women in them for their opening. Yeah, check them out. All right. And so then the Cramps or Attack?
Zombies. I love Zombies so much.
Oh.
I love Attack.
Oh, great. Yeah. A girl drummer in this band.
Yeah, I know.
For the people that have never seen this band before, girl drummer. And then, of course, famous Poison Ivy and the Cramp. So some bands that are not female fronted but have women in them.
Yeah, I really like. Actually, I grew up like listening to zombies.
Nice.
Because I started to like listening to a lot of punk from California, but then I went more to the UK 82 side,
Mhm.
so I love them. One of my fave too is Screaming Sneakers.
Oh, I don't know them.
You you must check them out. I think you're gonna really like it.
Okay.
Lisa Natch is the singer, and
Hmm.
I fell in love with her vocals when
Ooh,
I
okay.
listened to her for first time. And most all the songs are super catchy. Well, this is not UK 82, but it's just a female fronted that I would
Hmm.
recommend you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I will check that out.
Yeah,
Okay. So these two bands are newer bands. They're very new, but it's Vorlust or Mean Mistreater.
I know Warlust.
Oh, you do? Oh, awesome. Yeah. Kunis is so cool. The singer, she's
Yeah,
awesome.
I saw the crazy outfits, awesome outfits she wears, and what an attitude she has. Like, I don't know. I just saw video and I think she's amazing.
It
Inspiring.
Yeah, she is. She's making a movie right now. And yeah, you should check out what she's working on. It looks so cool. She did an episode in The Rock Goddesses and she was talking about what the movie is about.
Now I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna look at it.
Check it out.
Very curious.
Okay.
Um, just I would recommend you to listen into Lifeless Dark if you
Oh yeah.
can. There is three girls involved in this
Hmm.
band, and it's like a trip to the past,
Oh,
and it
fun.
has so much sacrilege vibes in it. I
Ooh.
think it's one of my favorite bands nowadays. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I love
And yeah, I'm super excited to be honest to be here in Boston because the scene isn't that big,
it. Hmm.
but there's so much good bands popping out of here.
Mm.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out and see if they want to do an interview. Grace
Okay.
Slick or Coven?
Huh?
Grace Slick or Coven?
What was the first one again?
Grace Slick, she sang for Jefferson Airplane, and she also had a lot of solo albums. But this song on here called Angel of the Night, she wrote it in 78, I think. Yeah, no, 79, and it is a heavy metal song for sure. It's like um yeah, Grace Slick like was doing heavy metal in the 70s. So check her out.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm not
send
familiar with
that.
that one.
I'm gonna
Sorry?
send I will send that song to you in particular.
Please.
Uh, yeah, I actually bought this album in Mexico City. I was down there to see Melly Wild from Star Force play with Burning Witches, the other band that I just showed you.
One of my favorite metal singers is um, Snow White. And I love that band, Snow White from Chicago,
Oh,
Illinois.
no, I will check them out.
It's so powerful. And I think it became one of my favorites since I discovered them, female fronted,
Oh, cool.
and of course John Crosby too. Yeah, I think those ones are my favorite ever when
Okay.
it comes to metal. Um, and Dawn Crosby inspired me a lot in the way she sings, and I feel somehow I've been trying to imitate it, imitate her. Not with the best outcome, but I just simply love, and I think it's so inspiring.
Yeah, you're doing it your own way. Inspired and itself. So Santa or
Bad or Santa. Santa, that one was the first heavy metal female fronted that I listened to. Yeah.
amazing.
Warlock 2 was one of the first one. Messiah Force.
Oh yeah, yeah. Messiah Force is
I
awesome.
love Messiah Force.
Yes. Okay, and then last set, Joan Jett or Cherry Vanilla.
A ver. Mm, that's an easy one. I love Joan Jett. I just love her. I don't know. Seems I'm like 15, 16. I was obsessed with that album and the song Frustrated because I felt like it was representing the way I feel back then when I was 16 years old. And yeah, and like Frustrated was like my main soundtrack when I was like 16, 17.
Aw, that's so cute.
Yeah, I know.
Thinking of like frustrated 16-year-old like who will later go like tour around Europe and America and South America.
Yeah, going back to the subject, going back to one of your questions, I feel like if you ask me what it makes me feel like encouraged when I'm having like a hard time is thinking like about the Caro of the past. What would say the Caro of the past from the Caro of the present? And I think I'm not doing that bad, but sometimes your mind can like trick you.
Yeah, I know. I
And
know.
you just definitely don't have to believe everything what you think pretty much.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I don't know, for me life is I've been trying to keep it simple and just study reading because it takes me away from the bad thoughts. Playing I see playing music as a therapy.
Mhm.
I know that some people doesn't like the metronome, but when I play with the metronome, I'm like it's like a meditation for me, some
Oh,
sort of meditation, and it just takes me away from better for a better place, pretty much.
you know, yeah.
Yeah,
I think for me like uh role models help me a lot, which is like another part of why I created this series because I thought that role models help me, so they probably help other people. And Joan Jett, after the Runaways broke up, she got rejected from 23 labels. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So next time you think it might not be going good, you got to think about Joan Jett, who just kept applying
Totally.
labels. Yeah. And then she's like, a legend. And
Yeah, she's an icon, but also I think she was like very hard worker, and also she was taking care of herself a lot, vegetarian, like not drinking alcohol, blah blah.
no man.
I love beer. I don't think I'm gonna quit beer, but yeah, I think also I respect when people try to like um, take care of themselves because I think you work. I don't want to use the word work, but you use your body and all your energy, and you have to like project that energy to the people
Mhm.
while using your body. So if you're like tired and stuff, it's not gonna work.
Mhm.
And what I learned about this like 2 months of touring is like sometimes it's better to do less dates and do like 14 very good dates instead of like average 26 dates, you
Mhm.
know. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
feel
know.
like
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Caro, for your time today and all of your stories and wisdom.
thanks to you.
You're
Now I'm
welcome.
going to band practice. I hope you
Yeah.
have a cool night because I don't know what time is it. Sorry, you're in Philly. What time is
Yeah.
it?
The same time as Boston. It's 5:30.
Yeah, I thought for a moment that you were in Sweden. I don't know why.
I'm always somewhere.
Yeah, you're always somewhere. That's cool. But yeah, no, thanks for inviting me. I feel like I've been interviewed before. I've been having like interviews here and there, and it's always fun. But I think your questions are like very creative
Well, thank you.
and very fun to answer and original. So I had fun. Thanks for.
Yay!
I feel grateful for giving me the space.
I'm grateful that you're here. I'm yeah, and hopefully we will see each other out there somewhere in the future.
In the East Coast, probably.
Probably. See you in New York somewhere.
See you.
Bye.
Ciao. Muchas gracias.